fun here on Wednesday night. I got my friends all in house. Gene is back in with me. He's here all the time, hanging with me and doing our thing. Glad Gene's going to be joining the party tonight. Bryson's coming in from the Mile High. We're going to talk with him. I think there might be some quarterback controversy going on. I don't know. Everybody's all smoked up. I don't know what the heck's going on. And he's going to be here to talk with a little bit about that. It'll be a little bit of fun as Joey decided I'm going to join you tonight. Why not? He couldn't make it yesterday, but maybe we'll talk about some good things with JSA Creations, about all the things that they have going. And jumping in, it's been a while. I'm glad Justin's back with us. Escapades of PJJ, Mr. Sanudo is going to be here. So I'm excited. Let's get this party going. Let's have some fun and talk about football tonight. Just a reminder that all of the links for all of my friends can be found on the front of my YouTube channel or on my website. We're working hard over there to make some changes and improvements to it. A lot of good things going on. I am excited. Going to have some fun. Before I go to the guys real quick, just let me say hello to everybody in the chat real quick. T. Marie's Place. She's looking for the poll. We didn't find it. Jason Udo's in the chat. Joey D in the chat. Paul Engel. Hello. Daniel Barry. Hello. Aaron Herwig. Hello. Good to see you. Lila Rose. Hello. Monorail Molly. Hello. Did I get everybody? I think I did. We said hello to everybody. So let's jump over. Gentlemen, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you all tonight. Let's go down to Mr. Sanudo. It's been a while. Good to see you. Your Chargers had a rough year, but hopefully things are improving with some coaching changes.
Well, that, and maybe we'll get a top 5 pick this year. And it's been a while for that. So that's something to look forward to, I guess, as a Chargers fan.
Absolutely. Gene, the Jets have a big game this week. We're going to talk about that first. I know you're riled up and ready for that.
Yeah, right. JETS, just end the season.
Just end the season, he says. Okay. Bryson, welcome in. I hear they're smoking something down at the stadium. Something's going on.
Oh, is there stuff going on today with the Broncos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a roller coaster season, man. That's all I got to say. 70 points to the Dolphins. Think we're going to win the West. Now we're benching Russell Wilson to save $40 million. What a world.
Yeah, somebody's got to save $40 million. I think it was the defense of the Niners. Joey, how you doing?
Yeah, it was rough. It's funny. Contrary to a popular belief, I did not show up because the Niners lost to the Ravens. I was busy building furniture for Aiden from Christmas. But, yeah, tough game, man. They're not going to win everyone. It was not their night. Balls bouncing the Ravens' way. It's just the way it goes sometimes,
Yep. And we will not talk about that the rest of the night. I'll get to that.
It's okay.
Let's get right into the picks here. First game off the week. The Jets playing the Browns here. I got some new logos for the Browns that I found today. So this is pretty good. The Jets are on the road. The Browns are -7.5 with Flacco, 34.5. I'm going to make Gene go last on this one. So if I'm going to do that, Bryson, you're going to start this one up. I want to hear what Gene says last. So go ahead. What are you thinking here?
Oh, man. Well, I did enjoy his rendition of just in the season. I thought that was cute. Oh, man. The Browns. I don't like Nathaniel Hackett at all. He ruined my team. I'm going with the Browns.
Go for that reason and that reason only. Okay, we'll take it. Justin, what do you got?
First off, I want to say, week 1 and these last 2 weeks of the season are hard weeks to bet because you just don't know who's going to tank and who's going to show up.
Right.
I really feel like the Browns are going to win this game, but I think the Jets keep it close. 7.5 points. Give me the Jets and give me the under because I feel like this is going to be a long, rough game.
Yeah, well, it's a low-scoring game because Jets both have good defenses. Just a question of nobody getting tired. Joey, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, so both teams got good defenses. Cleveland lately still has a really good record. They have been winning their games, and surprisingly, Flacco has actually played pretty decent. But 7.5 is a lot, so I think Cleveland wins. But give me the Jets with that.
Going to take the Jets on that one. 2 of them on the Jets. Gene, where are you at?
I'm going to take the Jets. I feel like Flacco's finally going to have his worst game of his Browns tenure. I think the Jets are going to be able to get to him. We know the one thing he can't do is move around in that pocket, right? I think the Jets will get to him early and often, and I think I'm taking the Jets. I might even take him on the money line.
Really? Going to go on the money line?
Whoa.
Wow. They're up there. So.
I think they have an upset this week.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Molly.
you're gonna get her riled up. I can't. Your Jets are horrible.
Welcome to the Dog Pound.
That's what I want you to hear. That's what you're gonna be hearing all night on Thursday night, Gene. I think it's gonna be one of those nights. I'm gonna go on the Browns to take this one. I think the Jets defense is tired. I really do. They've been on the field way too much this year. If they'd have been a totally different team and different scenario, and I still don't trust that quarterback. Browns are playing for something, Flacco. Gene's 1 point. If the Browns line does not protect Flacco, this game is real close. If they protect him like they've done the last couple games, I think Cleveland wins by 10 at home on this Monday night or this Thursday night game. Well, why is this still? It should say Detroit and Dallas. Hold on, let me see what happened here. Wow. Okay, this is supposed to be Detroit and Dallas. So, Detroit and Dallas, this is the call that we're making here. Detroit and Dallas, somehow it got slipped up here when I was trying to do too much at one point today here. So, let me just pull up the number real quick so I have the actual numbers for us. Boom, NFL. Lions and the Cowboys. Lions are going on the road to Dallas where they've been very strong. Cowboys are -6 for this number. Total's 53.5. Sunudo, start us up on this one for Cowboys, Lions, Cowboys -6.
I'm intrigued that Dallas is getting points on this. I know it's at Dallas, but man, these two teams look to be going in two opposite directions. With that being said, I feel like the Lions are telling themselves they've already won, and maybe they could take their foot off the pedal.
Okay.
They're winning their first conference, or what are they? The North. They won the North for the first time in whatever since Gene's been around. Since
Right.
he's been born. He's been a Jets fan. But that being said, the Cowboys are actually playing for something. So, but that's a lot of points. Jeez. Still, give me the Cowboys.
Cowboys at home. That's a home team. Joey, what do you got?
Yeah, the thing with it's obviously both teams have had their moments. The Cowboys just lost a real tight one, just last week. And it was obviously very important. But the Cowboys at home, I don't want to say they're unbeatable, but they're pretty darn good at home. And I know it's a lot of points, but I still think they bounced back from last week. And at home, they're a different team on that turf, man, especially offensively. So give me them. Give me the Cowboys.
Cowboys as well. Welcome into Movie Mania, Nick. Welcome into Dre Houston and Mr. Fulton. Gene, what do you got?
Yeah, you know what? Big win by the Lions last week. I think they do take their foot off the pedal a tiny bit. And if not on purpose, just emotionally. And Dallas, again, like these guys said, is just a tough place to play. Dallas is really tough at home. I'm going to take Dallas.
Also on Dallas, Gene. And Bryson, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, like has been said, I mean, there was so much emotion in that victory last week. Rightfully so. How much is left in that tank to go into Dallas, who's on a 2-game losing streak, and I don't think they're a 3-game loser. So I'm going to take the Cowboys.
That's going to put me as the lone wolf.
Oh, my.
I'm going to go up top. I'm going to take Detroit.
That is not what I expected.
I'm going to take Detroit and take those 6 points. I still think that I agree with you all. Dallas is a different team at home. I think this one plays out. Dallas wins it at the end on the last second, something or other at home. I think it's a closer game than people think with Detroit, the way they're being pushed. So we'll go with that. Interesting game here. This will be Joey's to start out. Miami on the road, getting 2.5 in Baltimore. Total of 47. Baltimore had a big win last week. Miami come from behind win last week. This game is also pretty much for the first place spot going into week 18 or that bye. So this is a big game all the way around. Start us up.
To me, this is, I know it's going to bother people. This is an easy pick for me. Baltimore's going to be feeling themselves. They just won in San Francisco. Miami's going to have to come into Baltimore this time of year, 3.5. I still think that they're kind of getting on a roll here, especially rolling into the, coming up to the playoffs. And obviously, both teams want the one seed is pretty much on the line here. So give me Baltimore all day like this.
Baltimore all day for Joey. Gene.
Yeah, Baltimore's playing some of the best football in the league right now, if not the best. I don't think anyone really expected them to go to do what they did in San Francisco. But yeah, Miami, great. They beat their first team that's over 500 since like week 3 of last season. That streak ends today or this week. I take Baltimore.
Going Baltimore. Bryson.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys said pretty much my exact feelings. I'm with Baltimore on this one.
3 in a row. We got a sweeper down there in the lower left corner.
Miami has not looked good. Waddle's probably going to be out. Baltimore's looking great, but I feel like this is like one of those things where a team just comes up and says, "Hey, we're gonna win. Nobody's choosing us. They're getting 3.5 points. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, and I'm gonna go with the under because I feel like this is going to be a lot tighter and a lower scoring game than other people are thinking."
Really? Okay. Well, that's going to put you obviously on the lone wolf.
Oh my.
Because I am going to obviously go with my Ravens and stay with it at home. I think they win this game I think it's going to be a very high-scoring affair with these two. And the only reason I think that is I think it's going to be one of those deals where the Dolphins are going to get up, or the Ravens are going to get up early. Dolphins are going to chase them. Ravens defense will get tired and let more points up than they normally would in this one. I also think that I have concerns with Kyle Hamilton not being there. I still not knowing if he's going to be in or not. If he's not, we're not the same defense with him not in our secondary. Yeah. Makes a big difference. That makes it a higher scoring affair. So we'll see. It'd be interesting there on that one. New England and Buffalo. New England and Buffalo. Game number 4. Gino started up. The Patriots are on the road. Is that 11.5? Holy cow. Wow. 11.5. Is that enough at home? I don't know. 40 is your total. That's an odd total myself also. Gene, start us up.
Yeah, I think a lot of us thought Buffalo was going to trounce the Chargers last week, and that didn't happen. New England beat them already earlier in the year, the Bills. I'm going to take New England.
Going to take New England. Wow. Gene going a little scary there. Okay. Bryson?
Yeah, I mean, I know Josh Allen's always been like an up-down, interception, touchdown quarterback. This year I feel like he's just been way more than normal. I still think Buffalo wins the game, but I could see like a 10-point victory. 11.5 is just, I think that's a lot. And granted, it was against the Broncos, but the Patriots kind of responded with Bailey being their quarterback. So who knows? I just don't take these points. I don't take the points. I'll give it to New England.
You're going to give it to him. You're going to think Buffalo covers. Okay. Interesting. Sanudo?
Maybe outside the people in Baltimore, Buffalo may be the best team in the NFL right now, but that's 11.5 points. It's going to be snowing the day before. It's just saying, hey, this is going to be a close game. So give me the Patriots, but it's going to be something like 20-10.
Okay. Joey?
Yeah, this is Buffalo is still, and I know they've been up and down all season. Same with Josh Allen, but they're still when they're on, they're one of the best teams out there. So I think they win, but 11.5 is a lot. So I'm going to take the points with New England just because of that. Otherwise, Buffalo wins this.
Okay. Welcome into SG Sports Talk. Welcome into I Know My Rights, and welcome into Jason Thibodeau. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go down to bottom with Bryson. This Buffalo team is another team. It's kind of like Cleveland to me. Two of the scariest teams right now to be getting in the playoffs are both of those two. Buffalo has been surging lately compared to what they've played like earlier in the year. I just think they're due to have one at home, and if they're going to have one at home, why not put it to Belichick one more time? I think that the Buffalo fans would love that after the years of the pain that he's given them. So that's why I'm sticking to that. This will be Bryson's to start us up. It's the Atlanta Falcons mascot where he's actually flashing people, taking on the Bears. And -3, the Bears at home. Why the Bears aren't playing worse to try to get those higher draft picks, I don't know. But they seem to be playing well lately. Bryson, where you got us going here?
I'm still laughing at the Falcons mascot image. You find the most random images, I swear.
You know, he's different.
Man, this is a total toilet bowl coin toss game for me because I still don't trust the Bears, even though they've played pretty decently. Ritter, you can't trust him. I'll go with the Bears, though. I'll take the Bears.
Going to take the Bears down there to cover. Got you there. Sanudo, you're up.
Heineke is just a winner. He may not be the best quarterback in the NFL, obviously, but that guy just knows how to win. So give me the Falcons. I think he pulls it out again.
Interesting. On the Falcons. Joey?
This to me is this one's hard because it's like a toss-up. I mean, both teams are kind of I've seen the Bears do some really good things sometimes, rare, and I've seen the Falcons do some stuff too, but obviously you're getting automatic 3 at home, so just give me the Bears being at home.
Got the Bears covering at home. Let me get down there and get you. Gene, that mascot is looking at you right in the face going,
Hello, ladies.
Are you taking Atlanta?
You know what? This is one of those games where I would take whoever the home team was. Home team getting. I know they give him points, but I'm going to take the Bears. They've been playing really well lately. I know the Falcons played decent last week, but that might be a one-off. I think the Bears have been setting something special with Fields, so I'm gonna take the Bears.
Yeah, I think that's going to put Justin on the lone wolf there. I actually like the Bears as well. I think they've been playing well. It's at the end of their season. Atlanta's been mixed match up and down. We're only talking 3. That's a simple shot right there. If it was, 3.5, 4, and we'd be looking at a hook, might be a little bit more nervous. I think might get just a push along the way. Tennessee and Houston. Game number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Game number 6. I think that'll be Justin's to start. Titans have been both these teams been all over the field this year with what they've done. And the crazy thing is they're both still have a chance to win this division. And Houston is at home -4.5. I think they get their quarterback back this week. Based on the line, I'm doing that, saying that the odds makers are laying it that way. I know there was a potential for him to come back from the concussion protocol. So what are you thinking with Houston and Tennessee?
Yeah. Well, that's the answer to the question. Does he come back this week or not? And that's who you go with. I do think he's going to come back, even though he's been out, maybe 3 weeks now, 2 weeks now with the concussion. Give me the Texans 4.5 with the assumption that their QB is going to be there.
Yeah, I think the line's laying out that way because I think if he wasn't there, I think this would be a 1.5 or pick -1 type game. Joey, what do you got?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at too. If Stroud's there, I'm going to take the Texans. So I'm going to go based on thinking that he's going to play since he had a chance last week. At 4.5 at home, definitely give me the Texans.
Definitely taking the Texans. Gene?
Yeah, I agree with these guys with what they said. Texans at home plus the Stroud factor. I'm going to take the Texans.
Yeah. Bryson? Are we going clean sweep?
All been said. Clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Clean sweep across the board. I will take it as well. There, 5 of us across the board on the Texans. They've surprised me a little bit better than I thought they would this year. But I think they're closer. I love the fact that I don't know if you know, Snodo, I don't know if you figured out this, but did you see what my last pick of our draft was this year?
No, I didn't.
14th or the 14th pick, next to last pick, DJ Stroud. Guess who's going to guess who's my keeper for next year?
There you go.
I can let you know now, that's my keeper. So the great thing is with our draft, the way we do it, wherever you drafted them is where you keep them. So next year I can get Stroud with my very last pick. So that's pretty good way to start out next year. So I'm kind of excited about it. But we'll see how that goes. All right. In the surprise game last week, the Raiders, where's Kelly? The Raiders beat the Chiefs. It was fun to watch he was live in the parks, and it was so fun to watch people coming in giving him condolences. So I thought that was pretty funny. So Raiders are going out to play the Colts. 2 teams going exact opposite way. The Colts are 3 and a hook at home, 43.5. Joey, start us out with the Raiders.
Yeah, so obviously big win for them last week. They've pulled out some games where they've looked impressive, which is crazy. Obviously playing their butts off for Pierce. So 3.5. I'll take the Raiders on this one because they're probably got a little momentum going here.
Nice, Joey's on the Raiders. Gene.
Yeah, that half a point scares me in this game. I might have been more inclined to go with the Colts if it was just a 3, but with that half a point, I'm going to go with the Raiders. They're playing tough for that coach.
Okay, yeah, well, they are playing for the coach. That's a great call. Bryson?
I agree. I think they're playing tough for Antonio Pierce, and I think he's got a really good shot at keeping that job. Like he has really rallied them, and they enjoy playing for him.
Yeah, they do.
So
They
why
play
not?
energy. They
I
definitely.
hate doing it, but I'll take the Raiders.
Okay, taking the Raiders, which is something for a Denver fan. Justin?
The whole story has been about the Raiders and Pierce, right? And he deserves, hopefully, a shot at that head coaching job. But they're still the Raiders, and they're not a very good team. I know it's got that hook at a half a point, but I'm still going to go with the Colts. Give me the Colts.
Okay, going with the Colts right there on that one. Drop it down. Let me get that. Thank you to Beantown Breakdown, our partner in sports. If you don't know Bobby and Beantown Breakdown, you should. He does all the Boston sports from the Boston area. He just gifted a membership to Mr. Fulton. Thank you, Beantown Breakdown, for doing it. Beantown Breakdown. Molly, can you or Tina or somebody grab his link, please, and drop it into the chat? And go check out Bobby. If you like anything Boston, Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, all of it up there. He does it all. And the Red Sox, of course, as well. You know what? I'm going to agree with Sanudo on this one. I'm going to say that this is the time that maybe the Colts, who are going for a playoff berth, still have a chance for it in that division. I think as much as those guys are playing hard for their coach, and I think they will, I think the Colts are trying to still win a division, and for that reason, I'll give them a shot out there. And I just like saying Minshew, so why?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go with Gene to start this one up. Rams play in New York. We're going Gene because he is a diehard Giants fan in his own heart. He won't tell you that outright. The Rams are flying across country. Thank you, Tina. Flying across country, -5.5, 43.5. -5.5, 43.5. Gene, start us up here.
Yeah, listen, the Giants are putrid. I know they played tough against Philly last week, but they are putrid. Rams are playing extremely well right now, fighting to get a playoff spot. I'm going to take the Rams on this one.
Did you just want to prove to us that you read a thesaurus?
Yes.
Okay. Bryson?
I just can't believe Gene would talk about his favorite team that way. That's rude. Man. This is why I do this show, though, is for the talk of Gene and the Giants. It's just lovely. I'm going to go with the Rams. I mean, I can't think of another word, so I'll just say the Giants are putrid.
Okay. Well, thank you for using Gene's thesaurus. Sanudo?
Yeah.
I believe Tyrod Taylor is going to be making the start for the Giants. If he can make it through the first half, it'll be a miracle. Just because he gets hurt on everything. 5.5. The Patriots got 11. I think the Giants should get 11 in this one. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, it's tough there. Joey.
This is an easy one. I mean, yeah, the Rams are the Giants are terrible. And the Rams aren't. I know the record hasn't shown as much, but the Rams, especially lately, have been playing really good. Obviously, they're really talented. They're one of the teams you probably don't want to see in the playoffs in the NFC side if they can kind of squeeze themselves in. So, yeah, give me the Rams. They'll cover that.
Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna easily.
And Gene's thesaurus is better than yours, but nonetheless, I agree with you on what you're saying. The Rams pull this one out. They've been playing really well. They were another team that was kind of up and down, middle of the row, all over the place, and they've kind of been able to tie things down a little bit. So that's pretty good there. Love that. Good job there. San Francisco is going to Washington here, and -12.5. The 49ers on the road, 49.5. This will be Bryson's to pick first. So, Bryson, you want to start us up?
Kyle Shanahan, just takes it to the Commanders every time. Every time he plays them, he unloads the entire clip on them. And they just lost, and they're mad. I think they could possibly cover this point spread. So I will take the Niners.
Okay. Justin?
Everything he said, except for I'm going to add in Jacoby Brissett's going to start for the Commanders. They have looked good when he has been in there. He has some kind of spark for them. I think the 49ers win, but I don't think they cover. So give me the Commanders.
Wow. Going Commanders. How about that? Joey, here, I'm going to go ahead and just put this in right now just because I know it's coming. So go ahead, Joey.
Well, yeah, like Bryson said, they're probably going to be good and mad. They are dealing with some injuries. I know Trent might not play this week, which is obviously a hit to the running game. Except, it's good, Pete. That's good. Yeah, there's no number one. There's no way Washington wins, and yeah, when they're playing, what is that? What is that? Go ahead. God. All right, go ahead, Pete. Have your moment, Pete. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been waiting to do that for 2 days.
That's okay. Hey, listen. By the way, you could have texted me and rubbed it in or something. You could have said something.
No, I had to wait. These. In case you didn't know, I was also asked to let you know you're having twins, and this is what they're going to look.
Yeah. That ain't happening. So, I can tell you that right now. Sorry.
All right.
We're upset about that one.
Start over because I want to hear what you have to say.
Normally, yeah, they're going to be good and mad, but they are dealing with some injuries. I don't know who else playing because I think they're going to have to save some for the Rams coming up because they're trying to keep that 1 seed. I think they can get by with this game. If they're on their game, they're going to score. They're going to score in the 30s. They always do. So, and I don't think Washington. I know they've had a little bit of a spark with Brissett, but they'll cover and they'll win.
Yeah, I can't say Washington correctly. I always say Washington. I know that.
Washington.
It's my damn dialect. I can't get it out right apparently. Who do you have your last week? Is it the Rams last week?
Yeah. It's going to be an important game.
That is.
So I'm not saying we can't win that game. It's an important game. And like Bryson said, for whatever, Shanahan, because of the history, they usually want to run it up on Washington. So I don't know. But yeah, that Rams game is going to be important.
Okay. Gene, what do you got?
That's a lot of points to go across country on, right? Especially that they are injured a little bit. I think we might even see, could we see Sam Darnold in this game? If we're lucky, we will. If we're lucky, we will because he might lead the team to the Super Bowl. But Jacoby Brissett is he reminds me of Minshew a lot. He plays like Minshew in the sense of you don't in Heineke as well. You don't expect much from him, but the teams play well with them. I do think San Francisco wins. I don't think they cover though, so I'm going to take Washington.
2 of them, Washington. I'm gonna go the other route. I'm going up top. I think that is a good team. They are going to be ticked off. I think that they got embarrassed on a national game, and I think that they're going to come out and they're going to just want to just beat the snot out of somebody, and it's going to be this team right here to try to get them right to get ready, especially now knowing that they have the Rams week 18. They're going to want to get healthy and get ready for that game 100%. So interesting. And I'm just messing with Joey. Joey knows that. But there were so many memes on Baltimore, different things. I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm using that. So, I had it ready. I had it ready last night, but you didn't make it in. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Carolina and the Jaguars. Joey, start this one up for me here. I guess we'll go to you for this one. The Carolina team, one of the worst teams in the league. Jaguars hasn't played much better than that over the last couple of weeks. And the Jags are -6.5 at home, 37, a low total. Again, Jaguars having a chance to play for a potential division here, needing it still. What do you think? Start us up.
Yeah, the Panthers are not very good. The Jags lately have not been very good. They've been very un-Jaguar-like. So at 6.5 is quite a bit, but they are at home and they are playing for something. So I'm going to go with the Jags on this.
Good to go with the Jags on it. Joey on the Jags. Gene.
Yeah, ton of injuries over there in Jacksonville to the quarterback, right? 1 week it was the ankle, then it was the concussion, now it's something in the shoulder. And the Panthers have been playing pretty well lately, right? They got a win a couple weeks ago, only lost by 3 last week. I'm going to take the Panthers.
Interesting. Taking the Panthers, going both sides here. Bryson.
Man, yeah, like Gene said, Trevor Lawrence is like ending the season as a shell of the quarterback he started the season as, like literally with all these injuries. And somehow the Carolina Panthers have kind of became a football team once again. So I will look at them. I'm going to say they'll cover. I don't know if they'll win, but Carolina is going to cover 6.5.
Okay. Justin?
I got to go with these guys. They signed Matt Barkley. That doesn't look good for Trevor Lawrence being playing this week. I think the Panthers win this outright. So give
Wow.
me the points, but I think they actually win this game.
Man, I've gotten crushed so much by the Panthers this year. I know if I take them, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go down the bottom. I'm going to go with the Jags to pull this out by a touchdown at home over there. I think it's close most of the game, and it's a late score in the end. And Carolina doesn't have the offense to come back up, and I'm going to play with that and see what happens. So we'll see. Gene can start us up with this one. Arizona and Philly. Philly minus, 10.5 right there. Total of 48. Philly, they couldn't beat off each other if they needed to right now. So if I put them in the backyard and those two played against each other, the offense against the defense, somehow the Cowboys would win the game. I don't know what it is. Philadelphia has just been rough. Even when I was listening to the Kelsey podcast today, and when he's going off on his own team and himself, he first went off on himself, and then he went off about everything else and how bad things are and how they're just not playing together, man. I just got to question it. Arizona's been driving people nuts. Gene, what do you think? Do they come into Philly and keep it close?
I don't think so. I think Philly uses this game to kind of get back to basics and put a hurting on Arizona. I think they're going to take some of the stuff that they're frustrated about. Okay. And Hurts doesn't look at all like the quarterback he was last year.
No.
But I think this is a good bounce back game for them. I'm going to take the Eagles.
Okay, going with the Eagles. Bryson.
Yeah, I think the Eagles win. But like you said, the Cardinals are just like, they've been pesky. They've just been pesky. I think they keep it within 10.5. So I'll take Cardinals with the points, but the Eagles win the game.
Okay. Justin?
You're muted.
You're muted. It's the best you've ever sounded.
Yeah, well, just put in the right answer, what I just said. No, at one point in the middle of the season, I thought maybe Arizona would be making, turning around that corner. They aren't. I know the Eagles don't look as good as they did maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, but they easily cover 10.5. So give me the Eagles.
Okay. Joey?
To me, this is, and I know we just talked about it in chat. To me, it's an easy pick. Give me the Cardinals. I'm sorry. Eagles are not covering that. Their offense is putrid. All right, Gene?
There you go.
Their offense is it's ho-hum to me. I'm sorry. They're not gonna go far in the playoffs. I'm telling you that right now. So
okay.
give me the Cardinals on this one.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals as well, just to keep this in a game. I still think the Eagles win at home because Philly's a tough place to play, but I think the Cardinals keep it as a very close game. The Eagles win it at the very end, and the Cardinals definitely stay within the number. Might even be leading going into the third quarter, which could be interesting.
Wow.
Bryson, start this one up for me. The Saints with a new logo that I found that I kind of liked against Tampa Bay. Surprising me. You like that one? That's a pretty good one. Tampa Bay's been surprising me lately, doing a lot better than I thought they would. And they are -3 at home. Again, playing with who's quarterbacking down there? Bubby Brister or somebody is quarterbacking. I don't know.
Archie Manning.
Archie Manning. I don't know. So what do you got there, Bryson? Start us up.
Well, first off, that character looks like a claymation character from like Rudolph. Like he can easily pop in there.
It does.
I'm taking the Buccaneers. I think Baker Mayfield looks pretty good. And the Saints, good Lord. I don't know. I'm taking the Buccaneers.
Okay. Gotcha. Justin?
At first, I thought that was Terry Bradshaw playing for the Saints now, but I guess not. The Bucs have looked great. Great for them lately. I think they're leading the South. But with that being said, this feels like a trap game for the Saints. So give me the Saints in the 3 points.
Okay. Joey?
The Bucs have been playing pretty well, especially for them. Offensively, Baker, they've been pretty good. And at 3 at home, I'll take the Bucs for sure.
Taking the Bucs. Okay. Dirty Harry, welcome in, says Olave and them boys. Yeah, Olave's pretty good. Welcome in, Dirty Harry. I love the channel name. Gene, what do you got?
Yeah, I feel like these are two teams that are going in opposite directions of what we thought they would be this year, earlier in the season. And you know what? That quarterback in Tampa has been playing really well. They're talking about signing to an extension. I'm going to go with Tampa.
I'm going to go with Tampa. Funny, Dirty Harry would come in right as you're making the pick, and usually when you outpick me, I call you Dirty Harry. So it works out really well. -3 down there. God, I have not. I have so much trouble getting behind Baker Mayfield. I'm going to get burned this week. I know it. I'm going to take the Bucs and watch. That's what's going to happen. It's oh God. So that puts Lone Wolf on Sanudo. So we'll have to go with.
I don't know what I put in my mouth that there, but that was horrible.
Maybe that was horrible. I don't know. But we'll go with that.
I'm either gonna have a really great week or a really terrible week. One of two.
All right, Sanudo.
That's why the end of the season is horrible to pick.
Yeah, it is.
It
Sanudo,
is.
start us up on this one. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to Seattle. Pittsburgh is a 3.5-point underdog. 3.5-point underdog. And they are 41.5. 41.5. Tell me what you got.
I guess to be the best wide receiver in football, you just don't block anymore. That's how you become the best wide receiver in football, I guess. The Steelers, had an incredible game from their wide receiver. But you know what? They're going over to Seattle. Seattle kind of looks okay. 3.5 points in Seattle. I feel like easy to take the Seahawks in this one.
Gotcha. Joey?
Yeah, this is an easy pick. Give me Seattle in this one. They're at home, 3.5. They're actually they're a pretty decent team, and I just don't trust the Steelers.
Okay. 3.5 there. Gene?
Yeah, the Steelers are trying to play it tough the end of the season for their coach. But you know what? Seattle's got something to play for too. I think that they're going to come out strong in this game. I'm going to take Seattle.
Seattle too. Okay. Got you there. And that'll leave Bryson.
Oh, clean sweep. I'm taking Seattle for everything that's been mentioned.
Yeah, I think it's a clean sweep across the board, all the way through. It's a tough one there. I don't think that Pittsburgh goes out there. I think Seattle, the 12th man, plays into it hard and makes a big difference there. I agree. All right, Joey will start us up with this one. Cincinnati at Kansas City. Kansas City coming off that loss at home, which is crazy. So right now, -7 at home for this one, 44.5. I will also say that Travis Kelce was also going off on his team and himself for everything. So
yeah.
Their podcast is really good. I really enjoy it. So start us up. What do you got, Joey?
This is a tough one just because this is tough just the way that KC's been playing. Normally it'd be an easy pick. Even at 7, I think they would cover, but they've been so up and down and stuff. But I do think they still, obviously they got something to play for here. I do think they right the ship at least in this game, and I do think they cover.
Interesting. Okay. Gene?
Yeah, I agree. Plus, Cincinnati looked absolutely repug last week. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Oh, another word for Gene. No.
Wow, he's got a thesaurus up there on the screen. He's just typing.
He's been reading all day.
Okay. Bryson, do you want to use a big 9-letter word?
No, I don't have a lot of big words. I'm just out here in Colorado just trying to get through life.
Okay.
I want to reiterate, though, what I like about the Kelseys is they own it. Those two brothers own their own mistakes before they talk about anyone. I do love them. And I'm going to take the Chiefs on this one, which, I don't know, man. You finally gave Patrick Mahomes a decent, better than decent, a good defense, and the offense is the one struggling. But I think they'll be all right.
Okay. Justin, is it a sweep for you with Kansas City?
I still think the best player in football plays in Kansas City, and the best players step up on the games where they got to put the teams on their shoulders. So give me Kansas City.
Give you Kansas City. That'll make it a sweep. I just got to think that they know that their division is on the line. If they lose this game, if they were to lose that game and lose their last game, they would not only lose their division, it could really mess up the whole playoff scene and all too. So Kansas City still has a chance, outside chance, but it's real outside for that number 1 spot. I don't see that happening, honestly, but I see them winning their division and having to go on the road for the first time in a long time. All right, the Chargers in Denver. Since the Chargers are your team, I'm going to have you start this one, so why not? Chargers -3, new coach, new offensive coordinator out there. Denver, they're going to Denver. They're going to get all smoked up. I just wanted to talk about Denver and make Bryson be last, on purpose. They'll probably be out there eating their gummies and doing all the kind of stuff that they do, having hibiscus or Juliuscus or somebody's iscus out there. So tell me what you got, Studo.
You forgot to add that Denver's got a new quarterback too.
That's true.
So,
I
don't know.
You know what? I totally forgot about that. I didn't think about that at all, actually. I'm glad you brought that up and reminded me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know if this line must have been before this breaking news. Obviously Russell Wilson's going to get cut this year, so they're putting him on the bench to make sure he doesn't get injured. But that being said,
Oh my God.
with what's going on, give me the Chargers at 3 points. My goodness, that's put all the money down on that.
Okay, Joey.
Yeah, this is I don't. Yeah, I get the whole thing going on in Denver. Benching this guy so they don't have to pay him and he doesn't get injured and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Give me the Chargers in this one. They seem to be, they're in less disarray than the Broncos are right now, at least. So we'll see.
And that's sad to say.
It's sad to say.
It is. It is.
I can't wait to talk.
Yeah, first of all, Pete, that's cold-blooded. That's putting that right there on Bryson's cold-blooded. But, listen, I feel like they're waving the white flag in Denver right now. It makes sense to trade him if they can trade him this offseason and wait another year because his number goes up next year. So they have to do it this year. Otherwise, it just goes up next year. So I get this. I get why they say this is the last year with Russell Wilson. But, yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers.
Okay. Bryson?
I mean, the only thing that could have saved me from this being a complete joke was if Brandon Staley was still the head coach of the Chargers. That's the only thing that could have saved me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I get it. I 100% get it. I opened with how much of a joke this whole season's been. Like, we went from giving 70 points up to one game from winning the AFC West to now this. Whatever. I'm in full burn this thing down and rebuild it mode.
Is Krista going to make you pick a different team and she's coming there to make you pick the different team? I'm just making sure.
There's a reason I whispered. She's a big. She don't ever watch football with her. She'll make you blush.
I would love to watch football.
It's wild.
So you're going Chargers. You're going Chargers. Quietly going Chargers.
Yeah.
Here's the
quietly.
thing. I sit there and I look at that and I got to go.
Pay attention when I'm talking to you, boy.
It's good. I'm going to say that Denver pulls this one out. I'm going to say that Denver pulls this one out to totally put it to Russell Wilson and everything else, And I think that Russell Wilson.
I just realized that picture is in the corner on my box.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you put the still picture.
So I said this before. So it's tough for me to do it to cheer against Russell Wilson because honestly, one of the most respectful guys I've met in NFL. I was down in Disney like several years ago when they did the NFL All-Star, whatever they call it now, down there, and he was there with his wife and security guards galore, and I rode Slinky Dog next to Russell Wilson, and it was cool. He was the nicest guy you ever see. All he asked is, please don't take any pictures with me because it just draws attention to my family. But other than that, he was fun to ride Slinky with and seems like a nice guy. Definitely not the Russell Wilson that he was in Seattle. I don't think who's going to grab him unless somebody else is maybe wants a real legitimate veteran backup or something. I don't see him starting.
Man, you couldn't even get a 7th round pick for that. That contract is why you can't trade it.
Oh, the money's ridiculous.
And that's why the GM's going to be right out the door with him.
Yeah,
he does sound perfect for the Jets, though.
Yeah,
he does. I think you're right. Reunited with Nathaniel Hackett's last 2 quarterbacks. What a better place.
Yeah, they only bring in Hall of Fame.
Good job, Snudo.
That's a good one. Well, I'm going to make Gene start this one now because we had to reference. We said the Jets 6 times, and every time you do that, you got to go to Gene first. Packers minus. The Packers are plus 1.5 on the road in Minnesota. Packers are just playing to find out if they're in love or not. Minnesota's actually still fighting for a playoff spot. I'm not sure who the quarterback is for Minnesota this week. Might be Fran Tarkenton with his limp arm. I don't know who it is this week. So, Gene, pick me a winner on this one.
Yeah, you're right. It's tough because you don't really know who are they going to start. Is it going to be Mullins who had a million turnovers last week, and Dobbs who has a million turnovers his last start? I don't really trust Love, but you know what? I'm going to go Packers. That Minnesota defense is tough, but I'm going to take the Packers.
Going with the Packers, okay. Bryson.
Oh, man. Simply because I have no idea who's going to be the quarterback for the Vikings this week. They could get some guy. They could be like the Minnesota Gophers and pay someone just to play in their bowl game. They could find someone off the street. Who knows? I'll go with Packers.
Going with the Packers as well. Sanudo.
The Packers defense is like the movable object, and the Vikings are like the stoppable force their offense is. It's going to be an ugly game. With that being said, I think the Vikings are actually paying for something, so that's the only reason why I'm taking them. Give me the Vikings.
Going with the Vikings, okay. Joey.
Yeah, this is hard. I don't really trust Love either. I don't trust either team really. But I
don't trust Love. Love is dead.
Very funny.
I wouldn't let you say that, Joey. I think I'm
not.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know we were getting this personal.
There's nobody here that'll pull that.
Just a football podcast.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
Yeah,
that'll
but no. Give me the Packers. I don't trust the quarterback, but give me the Packers. I have to watch what I say around you guys.
Well, and I will tell you. I'll tell you that the Minnesota Vikings wear purple. Just saying they wear purple. Just saying. I'm gonna go with the Vikings just for that reason. Just because I may not be able to mess with Joey next year because the Ravens may be 330 next year for all I know. So good stuff going on. Real highlight here before we come back and talk with the guys real quick. I am doing the Jets and the Browns as the Browns stomp on Gene's neck on Thursday night. They can't wait. Every touchdown they score, they're going to go Fitzmagic touchdown and then slam the ball down their back there. I'm going to do the Lions going into Dallas, and the Lions are going to be all over the Cowboys. Why? Because Jerry Jones is probably going to have a heart attack. My Ravens are going to play the Dolphins. There's a daggone good chance we could lose this game. The Dolphins are that good, and Hill is that fast, and God, I hope we win this. It would be nice to have that bye week. We could really use it. And there's Love, and hey, look, they're wearing purple in Minnesota. It's not kind of like they were wearing the other night, and they had purple on that game out there in San Francisco. So let's talk for a second real quick. We are going to do the playoffs and the Super Bowl here, picking all the winners back here. We're going to have the guys in here as much as we possibly can. For the playoffs, I may even reach out to all the people on the show and see who can pick all the playoff games. And maybe we'll keep track of everybody for the playoffs there as we go through. So I know, Justin, there's a show tonight on your wife's stream at 8 o'clock, and that's Escapades of PJJ. They are doing shots of tequila and field dressing a cat. Is that right?
Sounds about right. I don't know what they're doing. She may wrangle me in. I don't know. I do want to give a shout out to Cricket Fox. She's done a fantastic job today, putting a lot of stuff in the chat. Also, make sure to watch tonight, This and That. You may see some familiar faces there. Yes,
This and That. They've got a lot going on over there, and that'll be good. So, Joey, what do you guys got going on? I should put. Can I pull it up real quick? Hold on. Let me see if I pull this up. Everybody should see these, and then Joey can talk about it. Let me see how I can do this. I want to do this quick. How can I get to it? Hold on one sec. NHL Live. Where's my camera? There we go. So let me make sure your mics are on. So can you guys see behind me here? Joey, talk a little bit about these boxes. You see the Ravens box right there, everybody? Let me turn out my lights so you can see this thing better. It lights up like crazy. It's fantastic. And Joey and JSA Creations are doing these. Take a look at those. Joey, tell everybody a little bit about those.
Yeah, the light boxes we just started doing. Obviously, we haven't put them on the store yet, but we have sent out a few. I did one for Gene, as painful as it was to do a Jets one, and did one for Pete. It was Ravens. Family friend of ours, or one of our actually, we did a was it a Steelers? I did a Niners. I've done a few, but again, just haven't put them up on the store yet. We did some of the Mickey Christmas Santa light boxes. I've done a few of those, so you'll start to see them being posted on the store. We just haven't done it yet. Those are great. They're pretty easy. I got them so you can hang them. You can put them on a stand like Pete has behind you there. They're just running on LEDs. They're a simple USB plug. Some of them have it where I have remotes in them, but most of the time you just plug them in. They work really good. They are super bright. They really stand out, so they're pretty cool. So yeah, that's one of the latest things. I'm looking to shrink them down and do ears like that. I've already started messing around with that, so we'll see. Once that happens, you guys will be the first to see them. So I got my work cut out for me there. So I've been working on that stuff.
Tina Marie
and
for JSA, everybody too. If you want to see more about it, click on there, please. Click over there. And I can tell you, in the camera doesn't do it justice, because the clarity on this box is ridiculous. The colors just jump. So just that's the thing there. So, and then you got what, Villains Club? You're getting over there and villains or something. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're starting back on the 8th, I believe. We'll be there. So myself and Gene and Greg and T Marie. So
awesome.
She's kind of our voice of reason, even though I don't know if that's what you call it. We might be in trouble. Yeah, so we might be in trouble because that's the best we got. So it's just the way it goes.
She's good Lord.
Exactly. So so it'll be a lot of fun, man. We start back on the 8th with that. Obviously, I'll be with I'm hoping to come in through the playoffs with you on some of the games, at least come by. You'll see me in the chats, especially on Gene's other show with Sammy on the Underground. So I'll be popping in there, and that's about it. It's what I got going on.
Mine, JSA can do all the sports and also does Disney characters, Universal characters, all that. Just check them out. If you have a question, send them a message. Can you do this? They will do. But contrary to T. Marie's Place wanting to do personal anatomy, they don't do personal anatomy. They don't do light up boxes. Bryson, what do you got going over there?
I was going to order until you said that part, so I guess
Gotta get a Bronco one.
I don't know if I want that right now.
Instagram, you guys are killing it.
Instagram, my wife's Instagram always is phenomenal. I guess it's our Instagram, but she does it all. I won't take anything. I make my once a year post for happy birthday to her, and that's it. And YouTube, we're getting back up and started in the new year. Decided to get that going again, so that'll be fun to start putting some vlogs out for all that. And that's pretty much what we got.
Nice. I love it. Go over, check out our friends For the Love of the Mouse. I've been following them for quite some time. They do some traveling, do some sport, do some Disney, all kind of stuff. And of course, tip the hat to Crystal. She didn't cuss when you took the charger, so that was good. Gene, talk to everybody. You're everywhere right now.
Yeah, just taking a little holiday hiatus, actually. As we joked about yesterday, but I will be back on Disney Villains Club with Joey on the 8th. Nice. Disney Underground comes back on the 9th on Big Fat Panda channel, and I will be here Tuesday with you.
I'll be here through the football season. Gene has kind of become my partner in crime over here, which I appreciate. I value Gene a lot. I joke with him a lot, but if I joke with you, you know that I truly feel for you. That's just me. It's showing my affection for a friendship. And also, also acknowledge that you will be a guest at some point on this channel down the road too. So we'll just say that. Leave it out there. A lot of good stuff coming with Gene Fitzmagic. I do need to go clip Jonathan Chong. Hello, Ryan Rowe. Hello, he says go Browns. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. I also need somebody to go clip me. I need that. Everybody seen I think it's DraftKings where it's Kevin Hart going, it's too much magic. That's too much magic. I need that. That every time Gene picks something wrong, I want to just start hitting that thing. It's too much magic. So go over and check all of the friends out. You can find their links. 7 o'clock is the hour now. 8 o'clock over on Escapades of PJJ. Somebody drop that link in. One last thing before we go. I am working my tail off. I am determined, as God is my judge, to get T. Marie's Place to 1,000 subscribers by the first of the year. Hey, Rob, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. If you're not following T. Marie's Place, there's a lot of positivity over there. There's Disney, there's chat, there's a lot more. Please do me a favor. Take a look at T. Marie's Place. Give her a follow if you can. Escapade PJJ Short and Sassy Showdown. And I assume Jen will be dropping that link. Please go over. Let's get Tina Marie. If you're a Disney fan, go over and check her out. if you're one of our fans and you have your own channel, share her out. And I'm challenging all of our friends that are Go From the Parks live in the parks. Do me a favor. Give Tina a shout out. We got, 4 days left. Let's get Tina over 1,000. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Hang tight. I'll be right there. I can't play anything ridiculous, so I'll just play. I know that Joey wants to hear this again. You want to sing, Joey? Lamar. They changed the words. Lamar. Just say it. Goodbye, everybody.